is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live tonight with the Great Legend Show for February 8th, 2017. And fans, it is great to be back in the sack. The Great Legend Show has returned. Now, some of you last night were watching me live do a special unboxing for the Niobe Swimsuit Edition 2016 Kickstarter. And fans, this is the baby of LP, my good friend Larry Higgins, and interior artist representing Steve Boyu, aka Steve Ballou. And man, if you didn't see that video, check the video before this one. You'll be glad you did. I got a lot of sweet stuff in that Kickstarter. So you definitely want to hop on that train once May 2017 comes around to get you some of that Niobe Broken Kiss, Broken Mirror. It's the best, man. You're going to see it. I'm going to be doing some reviews on the whole run of Niobe so far, from number 1 to number 2 to that number 3, that sweet ass, literally sweet ass swimsuit edition. Now I'm going to scoot up here because I've got a lot to show you tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make through all of the stuff I got to show you tonight, but some things you're going to see, you're going to love. I mean, if you're a fan of Funkos, got them here on this show tonight. If you're a fan of Holy Grail Key Golden Age book, I think I just got one Golden Age. We got it here tonight. I think that's what this is. This is a big one. If you like Golden Age, you are going to see something big. Okay, I'm just saying. And you know when the legend, promotes something, you know what I know what I'm talking about. And then what we're going to see maybe some Bronze Age. Maybe we'll get to see some of the things from the Legends 2017 top 10 list, things of that nature. But before we go any further into this show, we're going to be checking out LP, Father and Niobe, Larry Higgins, as he calls it, right over here on my side of the screen. If you're watching live, if you're watching on the replay, it's down where? Down here. All right, fans, so let's check it out in the chat room. I got some good stuff here tonight. We got some of the fans back in action, and we got the fans with the master plan. We got Mr. Gretzky, 9966, and he just bought a huge key issue. Now, if I'm getting this right, he bought the first appearance of Golden Glider. Oh, hell yeah. Flash 250, man. Holy hell. Flash Comics 250. First appearance of Golden Glider. I did not know. I did not know her first appearance. Okay, so that's Flash 250. First appearance of Golden Glider. Okay, that's Flash 250. Flash 250 Silver Age, most likely. Maybe Bronze. I don't know. When you said Golden, I was thinking Golden Age. But then I was thinking Jay Garrick. And then I'm getting confused. I'm like, Earth 1 and Earth 2. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. But he's got Golden Glider. And as we all know, if you watch the CW on the TV show, that is Leonard Snart's sister. I don't know her real name, but I'm sure it's probably something like Snart. But anyway, Gretzky, that's a kick-ass pickup, man. You definitely got to show that off in a video. Next up, we got the Uncanny one. The Uncanny Kyle Walker. Nothing but love for Uncanny Kyle Walker. He needs more love. He needs more subs. Go check that man out. As my main man next in line, who's so very fine. Trinity Comics always says, subs for everyone. I can't remember. Trinity Winfrey, I don't know what's going on, but my boy Trinity Comics is here. And tonight, I'm going to unbox a special package from him. It's an auction purchase, man. Auction purchase that I got, and I'll tell you a little bit about that here in a second. That's going to be my first package I open up. And to check out my main man, Trinity Comics, if you're live, check over here in the chat. Click on the 3 dots. That's where it's at. And go subscribe to that guy's channel. Subscribe to all of these dudes' channels. Because next up in line, we got another fine dude in the house. I Have Issues. And man, I have issues with my computer. I was trying to watch I Have Issues video. He got some sweet books from the Great Legends live auction. It was some Nightwings back in the day, but I still need to catch that video because my stuff was freezing up, man. Freaking iPhone, man. I don't know what's the deal. If it's my Wi-Fi, if it's the phone, but it's something. Next up, we got a special guest here in the chat tonight. This guy's so cool. Tanae Waka is here. I think it's Tanae Waka. Let me know in the chat below if I'm getting it screwed up. Tanae Waka's in the house. This is the brother of the uncanny one, the uncanny Kyle Waka. And you know what I'm saying, Tanae? You know what I'm saying. You got to get over to Kyle's house. Take you some Daleks. Get you some of them Doctor Who magazines. Bring them to your house and do some videos on that stuff. That's what I'm talking about right there. So great to see you. Space Boy Jordan, now known as Brian Space 227. Brian Space 227. Hook this brother up. BRYAN Space. And then the name Space. SPACE 227. Check him out. He's an awesome guy. PD Hobbies is in the house. Let me tell you about PD Hobbies. Paul Doodling. I don't know if that's PD, man. He is here. It's always good to see PD in the house. We have Shannon Solid 4 Street Bend. Solid 4 ST Bend is in the house. Amazing bass player, amazing guitar player, huge Planet of the Apes fan. Hopefully, I'm thinking I went a little ape shit, literally, with some Planet of the Apes books. And it was one of those things where, you know, one time I bought Showcase 22 and I bought it from a guy, but then I won one as well. And I'm stuck with 2 Hal Jordan first appearances. I think we're going to have a repeat scenario of when you buy something and then you buy it again and it just all goes to hell. But we'll see if we get that far tonight. We have one of Shannon's best buds in the YouTube comic book community. One of my mentors. I say mentors. I say pillar. I say legends in their own right. Man, I think he's a legend. And that's Tom. Actually, Shannon's a legend too. Any man that's over 39 and feeling fine is a legend to me. Because I look up to my peers, my vets, my veteran dudes in the neighborhood. Not Mr. Rogers and that Freely guy handing out mail. He don't know where his packages came from, but I know where mine came from. And they sweet as Christmas, baby. But anyway, Hippies Collectibles. Tom, thank you so much, man. It's so good to see you, Tom. Awesome. So let me keep going down the line. Huey's Comic Hideout. Huey's Comic Hideout, man. This guy's real name is Dave. I can't give the last name because I don't want to interrupt what he's got going on in his cave, in his comic hideout. But Dave, the host of Blaster Stash It every Friday night, me and Trinity, we're a part of this show along with Midwest Comic Man and Spectacular Spider Grandpa, which, Spidey Grandpa, you are going to love this video because I've got some Funkos for you tonight. Huey, thanks you so much for coming on here, dude. You and your all caps. It's time for timeout, baby. And Trinity's great. He calls him Herbie. That's great. How's the Batman books going, Hippie? Huge Batman fan, Hippie is. Nothing wrong with going ape shit, brother. I'm all about it. It's solid, man. Shannon, I got some Freedom Fighters, I believe. I know you texted me about this, but I already had some Freedom Fighters ordered. We're going to see what we get today. I'm not really sure. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff, and it's been a long time because I've been a little bit sick and under the weather. Last night was the first night back. And again, check that video out of an awesome Kickstarter. So far in this video, we've got 15 live viewers, and I haven't lost a viewer yet, so I ain't pissed nobody off just yet. So that is a good sign. So first, without any further ado, I got to bring on Mars Bringer Comics. I don't know why I missed him in there. He's in there. Mars, it's good to see you tonight, my friend. Mars Bringer Comics loves that Red Planet, loves him some comics too. But we're going to go with the first package. Okay, let me give you a little background story. I'm not going to tell you what Funkos are in here just yet. So, my main man, Trinity, was on Legends Live Auction. Ooh, knife almost closed on me. Gonna cut that finger off. And he had 2 Funkos for sale. He was doing buy it now, so he started both of them. I can't remember the price, but then I waited and waited a little bit, and I was like, man, I really want this flocked Funko he's got because I'm a collector of the Sesame Street line. I know you might think that's freaky, but I was a huge fan growing up. Nothing but love from the 123 Sesame Street. Or is it the 213? I don't know. That's some Warren G. That's some regulators. We ain't ready for that. But anyway, so I'm going to go and open up this package. Trinity, one of the best on the Legends Live Auction. He comes around here and there when he's got some stuff to sell and when he's got some money to be made. All right, we're opening up this bad boy. Perfect packaging. I got a note here. Oh, holy hell. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Yo, Rob, He didn't say yo. I'm just like, this is what I'm talking about. Rob, hope you like this sketch. I drew you as a thank you for buying the pops. Your blasted brother, Trinity. Jeremy E. I ain't going to give his last name away, but JSE is the place to be. Number 80. Not going to give the email. But check this out. This is the great legend, and I'm coming at you live. Damn, ain't that cool? This is the great legend, and I'm coming at you live. Freaking Popeye the Sailor Man and another main man from the Tuesday night. He's coming on here, off-air hangout raid. We have, and now you know why I didn't join that hangout, because I was going live. But we got KSU Comics, Chaz from KSU Comics, hottest show on Tuesday nights. Besides that Kickstarter I did last night. Am I right? And my main man, Evan Jalone. And Evan, I'm so glad you're here. And they brought their special friend, Saya Andu. Hello. Órale. ¿Cómo estás, mi amiga? Tú estoy. Muchos machos cómicas de la pia. De libros de cómicas. De DC Cómicas. Es muy bien. Marvel. Es mal. Chinga tu Marvel. No, I'm just kidding. All you Marvel fans, you know what it's all about. But anyways, I'm gonna show you all this again. So Chaz and Evan is here, Evan Jalone, and I've got a golden age, beautiful golden age. But just stick with me. Stick with me. I got to unbox some Funkos, and we're gonna get golden here. Now this was a surprise one. Now I went ahead and decided to buy both of them because he knocked $5 off, and this was another exclusive Funko. And I do not have any of this Funko character. He is the mascot of Funko. And if you didn't know, now you know, you probably are going to know. This is Freddy Funko Glows in the Dark version. Freddy Funko Glow in the Dark version. Man, the box on these puppies are immaculate. I don't know. I've got more Funkos to do, but I may have to buy some more pop stacks. Look at that. Freddy Funko is a Funko exclusive from FunkoShop.com. To 5,000 of these bad boys. Freddy Funko, man. So freaking cool. And I've never had a Freddy Funko. And they're just kind of rare, more rare kind of pops. So this is sweet, man. So sweet. I'm going to put this right here for now. And the one I ordered right here. Coming at you live. These are the people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. These are the people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet each day. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Freaking flocked Super Grover. Now I looked at the collection. I have regular Super Grover, but the flocked one is ever so sweet because, you know, it's got that little fur on there. The only other flocked one I have is the flocked Snuffleupagus, and I think that is very cool. So big shout outs to all these folks in the chat. Looks like Legend got a new viewer via Japan. You know, I wish I knew some of that Japanese, but I know y'all Japanese girls, once y'all Funko Pop, y'all can't stop. Konnichiwa! The uncanny Kawaka says. We got 20 viewers right now, man. Thank y'all so much for watching the Legend show tonight, the Great Legend show. We just showed two sweet-ass Funkos off by my blasted or stash it brother, and that is Trinity Comics. He is the man with the master plan. Now this next one, I've had this in my possession for a while. Some of you may already know what this Funko is going to be, but we're going to see. Let me get my screen back up. Got the trusty Winchester tonight. Grover was, Hippie says, Hippie's Collectibles, sub him up because he's been around, yeah, he's been around actually longer than me and GPAP. So that was before 1809. No, I'm just kidding. And Hippie, that's just an inside joke, me and GPAP. And Undisputed Frost, big shout out. Undisputed Frost, member of the AAC channel, all about comics. He has a joke for us old timers that have been around the YouTube comic book community. Shannon, you've been around here quite a long time too. Shit, man, we all have. And we've seen some crazy stuff. And Undisputed Frost says, man, we like from 1809. Our poly bags are from 1809. All that stuff. So this is another Funko Pop right here. Let's get into this guy. Here he is. This is cool. This was an exclusive to DC Legion of Collectors, and it is Plastic Man. Now, I don't have a lot of Plastic Man comics. Came out, Police Comics, old school. You know, also was making noise with those Charlton characters, like Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters, Human Bomb, Phantom Lady, Doll Man, the Ray, Blue Condor or Black Condor, I can't remember. But anyway, we're going to see some of that tonight. I always get black and blue mixed up because I know there's a different one in the Chinese Superman. The new book, I really love this book. It's called New Superman, and it's about Kenan Kong, the Chinese Superman, and the Chinese Justice League. Justice League China, very cool book. Plastic Man right there. So that's another cool Funko. Stacking them higher and higher. Now I got a big old box right here. More Funkos as I check the chat. Anyone wants to join us after the Legend Show, just hit me up on Google. Kyushu Comics always has some pretty good off-air hangouts. So definitely check him out on Google. He's got a huge channel. Over 10,000 subscribers. Huge collector in Key Issue Comics. I need to know how his Funko collection's doing, though. And Trinity's chilling. Oh, big shout out to this guy, baby. Marky316. Damn, I love me some Marky316, man. I got some of his videos bookmarked on the fly. Well, I don't have them right now. But I might be able to find them because they're going to pay. They're going to pay. Rita 1717. Cammy is here. Biggest Wonder Woman fan I know out there. She saw the review of those Niobe books. She know what I'm talking about. Them girls look mighty fine. They had some big stuff going on in there. 24. We have had 24 live viewers tonight. I'm just counting the subscribers here. I'm going to open up this one slowly. Like I said, big shout out to Undisputed Frost. You know, speaking of hippies collectibles, Undisputed Frost would be an angry man if I did not give a shout out to a cool guy named Hippie Nerd. I think he used to be Hippie Nerd Rage, but now he's Hippie Nerd. I can't remember. Huge, old school's been around the block. He needs a little more love and he needs a little more subs. So let's bring it to him. If you need to know where Hippie Nerd is, go to Undisputed Frost channel. There's links in his channel for this man named Hippie Nerd. Definitely check him out. Evan is jealous, and Evan, yeah, I can't repeat what Rita 1717 saying. This is a PG show. That's epic. She just said, all right, you know how we roll with it. We go a little rated R up in here. We like Edge. We like the rated R superstar. Frosty, I just got a girl boner, she said. Those Niobe covers did look beautiful, man. I tell you. We need to stop meeting up like this. A lot of love between Tom and Cammy, a.k.a. Hippies Collectibles, because Cammy has also been around since 1809. Me, GPAP, all the original OGs of the CBC comic book community. This is, ooh, okay, I see what we're doing here. So let's bust these out. Nice quality. Look at there. These are awesome. This is a Metalina Mutant from This Island Earth. The Universal Studios Classic Movie Monsters Funkos. Right there. These are all the normal ones. I don't think they're flocked or anything like that. But at a time when I had over 70 so Funkos, give or take, I got out of the Funko business because I was running out of room. I still have a big box that I haven't unboxed of Funkos. Like Mike's always trying to get me, Spectacular Spider Grandpa's always want me to sell them because I got He-Man in there, I got some DC in there, and I've got some Thundercats. So he always wants to see those. But that's Metalina Mutant right there. Man, I'm gonna have to put these on the floor here. Start with old Metalina. You go on the bottom, fella. Gotta make way for the real deal legends. Like this guy right here. Check that beauty out. The Phantom of the Opera. classic. I'm not talking about Claude Rains, the color version. I'm talking about the original silent film starring Lon Chaney. Lon Chaney, we sometimes also known as the Man of a Thousand Faces. You know, LP sometimes, Father and Albie's the Man of a Thousand Names. This is the Man of a Thousand Faces. He was the one. Hunchback of Notre Dame. This movie here, some weird, freaky stuff. I haven't watched all Lon Chaney's films. I'm sure Tom and Shannon, y'all have probably seen a lot of these. Evan, you've probably seen some of these. Marky's a huge horror fan. I'm sure Marky316 has seen it. This is an awesome figure because he gave birth to an awesome son. Well, his wife did. Never wanted Lon or Lon Chaney. I'm getting Lawrence Talbot in there. Larry Talbot. Lon Chaney Jr. He never wanted old Junior to get into the business. He wanted him to go to do a trade. I think it was like a plumber or something. Or maybe I'm mixing up plumber with Mo Howard, or I don't know. But, you know, awesome guy who pretty much would have starred in 1931's Carl Lumley's Dracula if it wasn't for his early passing of, I think, throat cancer. I'm not quite sure, but some kind of cancer took old Senior here. But cool thing was we got Bella for a little while. And then, you know, Bella, of course, we're going to get to Bella. Bella had problems with the needle. I'm going to go ahead and pull out Bella here. Come on, Mr. Bella. Ooh, here we go, Bella. There he is. So 1931, Carl Lumley had to get this guy, a Hungarian actor. English was pretty shitty. Really horrible English. Broken as all get out. Well, it wasn't even broken. I mean, he was pretty much just saying what he saw and reading it out like that. And that's how we got everyone's classics, you know, like, listen to them, children of the night. What music they make. Or you got Dwight Fry. He's like, aren't you having any? You know, homeboy's pouring some wine. He's like, I do not drink wine. We know his ass drinking some damn blood's what he's doing. That's a sweet Funko and a sweet actor. Could have done a lot more. Never could break the accent. Never could get out of this next guy's shadow. I'm taking y'all down on a history lesson because I watched these and I've told Comic Cryptic Castle Hills, R.I.P. man, rest in peace. You know, it's just bullshit what happened to your channel, but I've talked to him in links about my love for these characters. This is Frankenstein. I know him as Boris Karloff. Bella could never get out of this man's shadow because this guy, hey, Cammy, GPAP, Doc and Howlett, Rebel Comics and Gaming, OLP, Naobi, this is Welcome. That's right. It starts with a V. You know, let me tell you, Doc is OG as well, man. He's one of the oldest. He was here before I was, but Boris Karloff was the man. I mean, he had a lot of great roles, great actor, excellent. Had a long career in Hollywood. You know, not only did he play just Frankenstein, he also played this guy. Old Emotep, I think was the name of this dude. The Mummy. Another classic. I think it was a 19... Damn, I don't remember what year this came out. I want to say 35, but I can't really quite remember. But great film here. Frankenstein Dracula came out in 31. Phantom came out in 1929. I don't remember when old Metalina Luna came out, but, you know, Mechalega High and Heiny Ho. But this is the Mummy right here. They're redoing this movie. Universal's rebooting a lot of these movies. I haven't really kept up with it because, I mean, Tom Cruise was in there, and I was like, I'll watch it because it's Universal and it's monsters. But really, you're going with Tom Cruise? I don't understand. So we'll see how that film goes. It's going to be different from the original, which is good. It's going to be a female mummy. And I'm going to be digging that because it's something new. And you know you can't replace Karloff, so come out with some new shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, next up, we go to 1935. Elsa Lancaster, The Bride of Frankenstein. Another classic movie. Colin Clive. Colin Clive. I almost said Clive Owen. Colin Clive reprising his role as Dr. Henry Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein. Another classic movie. And doing these movies, and he was a taller guy. Boris Karloff's back kind of started going out on him, so he started hating wearing all this heavy makeup. I want to say 1955, but I think that was The Revenge of the Creature, so I'm going to go 1952. Richard Carlson maybe was in this movie, and that beautiful girl, I can't remember her name. But anyways, it's hard to remember all these. I haven't watched these in a really long time. But this is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Evan says there's a sweet glow-in-the-dark creature. One of these days I may get some of the exclusive pop monsters, especially the one that was the Wolfman. I'm going to show you him in a minute. But this is Creature from Black Lagoon. If I'm butchering any names or any Universal monster horror history, I'm very sorry. It's just I'm playing off memory. 1945. For every man who's pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright, man. I tell you what, Lon Chaney Jr. You had Claude Rains as the dad. You had Omiska Opuska as the poor gal. I can't remember her damn name. She was a great gypsy woman. You had Bela Lugosi playing the son of the gypsy. And you had this beautiful girl. Damn, I can't remember her name. I think it was Helen something. I want to say something like Agent Carter. Oh, God. Anyway, she was beautiful. Beautiful lady playing the romantic role in Lawrence Talbot's life right here. Great stuff. Love this stuff. I'm on such a delay. I'm just now hearing the hippie nerd love. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Seeking Near Mint Comics is here. Frankenstein is a classic movie. I got Buckshot 33. Chris, thank you so much for showing up, Chris. It's always good to see a brother in comics. And it's always good to see a guy that appreciates some key issue comics like our friend Chaz and Evan Jalone and everyone. Count Von Strange showing some love. Seeking Near Mint Comics is here. Julie Adams. Tom, thank you so much. Beautiful Julie Adams swimming on the top and old bad boy creatures swimming on the bottom. Helen Keller, you know what? I'm going to look that up. Evelyn Akers. Hell yeah, that's her. Mars, bringer of comics, bringing names and dropping them like it's hot, like it's 1945, man. Kick ass. It's good to have my shit in order with some smart folks and some big fans of pop culture in the comic book community here in the Great Legend Show live chat, man. That's where it's at. Eddie, the comic guy. Eddie from the New York Warriors. Give me them bottles, man. Y'all coming out to play. Another big fan of the New York Warriors. And also, Marky316 is one of them New York Warriors, too. Space Boy Jordan is dropping the wows. Man, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me open up this next package. Without further ado, I'm golden gold, and I'm going golden age. And I may have hinted at this book to some of my blasted brothers, but sometimes I think they might think that the legend might be blowing some hot air. So we're going to get this unboxed as peacefully and elegantly as I can. This is a package coming from Canada. And if you watched last night, I unboxed the Niobe Kickstarter edition. I got to do another shout out. I don't think I gave this guy a shout out earlier because so many names and so many people that were traveling in the chat. I want to give a big shout out to Maverick Freelance. And I don't know if you're in this chat or not, Maverick, but if you are, big shout out to you. If you are a reader of Niobe and you have a review for LP's Niobe book, Maverick Freelance has a hot sauce challenge. So anyone that reviews that book is going to be making Maverick eat hot sauce. All you got to do is go to Maverick's hot sauce video and drop a comment and let him know that that's what you're going to be doing. All right. And then he'll eat some hot sauce on your behalf. Packaged well, a lot of bubble wrap and a Lone Star CGC box and some eBay tape. So packaged very well here. I want to let you know another thing. I want to give another shout out. And sometimes I forget to let this guy know I'm live, but I'm talking Russ, Whodat Comics, Collectibles, and Gaming. Whodat Comics, Collectibles, and Gaming. If you've seen Legends Live Auction, you know who Whodat is. You know who Big Bear is. Captain Cold Comics, another big shout out. One of the best in key issue comics off airs and live shows. just give shout outs to everybody. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought. This book's a pretty big book. I never thought about ever getting this book. This is one of those books where you don't really see a lot of times because they are rare. I'm about to show you this thing, and I want y'all all just grab your seats, okay? This is a big one. This is a big one. This isn't even on the 2017 list. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to show you another one I've got before I get to this one. Okay, I'm going to show you two books that are big books. One of them is not on the list. Yeah, and it's this one here. New Superman 9.8, white pages. Great story. I think this is cover B. This is the variant cover. Get this book. I mean, the first freaking arc in this story. Get it in trade. Get it in digital. The Justice League China fights the Chinese freedom fighters. Oh, it's so freaking cool. They have a character, and his name is Paper Cut Man or something like that. Or no, his name is Folding Paper, and it's kind of a spoof off of Plastic Man's character. Folding Paper. A guy was walking by his cell through the bars, Folding Paper Man or whatever. He folds into paper and gives this guy like a paper cut across his neck. I was like, fuck. And it had Ghost Lady. Not Phantom Lady, but Ghost Lady. So all the characters are like Chinese reinterpretations of the freedom fighters. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think they're on issue 7, maybe 8. And the Batman character in the book, Baxy's his name. There's a school for they're training these Batman. Kind of reminds me of Dark Knight Returns when they have the Knights of the Dark Knight or whatever, those guys on them horses or whatever. It's cool. Anyway, you got to check that one out. It's really good. Let me show you this one though. This one is one of the ones off the 2017 list right here. This is Captain Marvel Adventures number 3, 7.0. I got this one off Heritage Auctions. It's just one of those things where you search for something, you never think you'll see it at a price that you're willing to pay, and it was at a price I was willing to pay. Creamed off-white pages, man. Really cool. Got that metallic silver lightning bolt on the cover. Presents well. Just a beautiful book. So really dig that book right there. And I unboxed this one in Kyushu Comics last night in the off-air hangout. 9.8 Commandy, white pages, issue number 1. Learned about this book from a guy named Doc and Howlett and Howler Mouse. A lot of guys and gals in the community, they used to preach this guy like it was no man's business. And I think all the legends, the fellow legends who have come before me, like Tom and Shannon, and I know Shannon has to have this whole run, because if you're into post-apocalyptic Planet of the Apes style stuff, you're gonna have Commandy. I know Cammy's a Commandy fan. Doc and Howlin' Mouse, tons of Commandy fans, and I hope y'all are reading the new Commandy because it's freaking awesome. I mean, it's no Kirby, but they show Kirby the love. They put Kirby's face on the cover, celebrating that 100 years of Jack the King Kirby. There's no one else like the King. You know what I'm saying? So that's Commandy. I unbox that, and what's cool, me and my son, my 8-year-old. Mini legend. There's not so many anymore. Little legend's kind of like a heathen teenager, but that's a story for a different day. We started reading Commandy. Me and the 8-year-old started reading Commandy. We're just reading it on the iPad, you know. Don't want to get him touching my full run of the Commandy. But anyway, it is what it is. So, it's been great. We're on issue 2. I would have read to him tonight, but I wanted to go live. I got a lot of packages. And I could easily, you know, stop while it's hot right now, right after this package, and maybe do some other packages. But I'm going to go a little bit more because I have some Planet of the Apes, Green Lantern and the Planet of the Apes stuff I'm going to show. But first, we need to get this big boy out of the way. Let me check the chat to know where I'm at, make sure I haven't missed anybody. A lot of love for Commandy. Mr. Gretzky's still getting his back issues. Evan is in the house. Now You're Talking, says Seeking Near Minute. That is an awesome book. And it's a great series to have completed. Loving in the CMA and the Commandy. Yep. have 2 complete runs of Command. Damn, Shannon, that's really good. And Uncanny's still here. Uncanny's brother, let us know if you're still here, man. Uncanny's brother, Tanae Waka. Check out Tanae Waka. Doc and Howard, you know what? You say Popeye. I say Popeye. Where's my Popeye at? Let's show you this one. This is from Germany. A lot of people just joining in right now. Trinity Comics. Blaster Stash It brother. Hook me up with a beautiful sketch and note saying thanks for my purchase on the Legends live auction. Ain't that cool? It says, this is the Great Legend and I'm coming at you live. I love it. That is cool. And Uncanny Kyle Walker says, I need more slab books. And so does Eddie too. Man, Eddie needs them too. All right. Take this bad boy out. Keep that box right there because these boxes here are good to ship CGC books in. Okay, this is the one right here now. Like I said, this isn't on the 2017 want list. This one just kind of caught my eye. Okay, and I'm glad it caught my eye. It's a good book. Y'all may have just seen it. Okay. I'm going to take it out of this bag and do it like it ought to be done. Before I show you the book, I've got a graded comic book Mylar with a piece of hair on it. Yeah. Let's get that hair off there. Got to keep it clean. Mint condition. We're going to take it out of this shitty bag, put it in a good bag. Off camera. These Golden Age books, Evan knows if Evan's watching, these Golden Age books gets a little thick. Alright, I got to push it against my chest. Make sure all the air comes out of this one. You're going to love this book. Key Issue Comics. You best be watching. Good stuff. Don't be snoozing. Alright, hold on now. Don't be snoozing on this book, people. The Legend does love a good key. Love a good key. Let's get the tape ready to go. Got to keep it in great condition. In one of these CGC, CBCS, PGX Mylars. Alright, show you how this goes. I'm going to raise it up a little. Alright, so here we go. This is the back of the book. Right here. Slam Bang Comics. Now this is some old books right here. It's a big book right here. Let's check the viewers. 22 viewers. All right, man. This is really cool now. This is good. Now hang with me. If you ain't hanging, you're hanging now. Because here we go. The drum roll is here. Wiz Comics number 3. A.K.A. Wiz Comics number 2. Second appearance. Captain Marvel. Second appearance of Captain Marvel. This is a purple label, of course. What do you think? I was going to have the blue one? No, this beautiful book right here, 6.5, restored grade, slight, moderate, B2. Restoration includes small amount of color touch on the cover, pieces added to the cover, cover reinforced, and cover reglossed. So there we go, man. This is a big book right here. This is Wiz Comics number 3, parentheses number 2. You know, because we know Wiz, you know, we had Thrill Comics and Flash Comics number 1. Those were ash can editions. They're totally white, black and white ash can editions, you know, little preview editions. They couldn't use Flash. They didn't use Thrill. I think both names were taken up. I think it was DC or AKA National beat them on the Flash Comics. So they didn't get to use Flash Comics. So old Captain Billy came out with the Wiz Comics. Fawcett, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know it. You know it, Evan. I know you was watching it. The damn thing had like 35 something watchers. That was the one, Evan. Right there, dude. I had to, man. I had to pull that trigger. It's kind of pricey, but this is one of those books where sometimes you got to just like jump off that cliff. You know what I'm saying? You just got to jump off the cliff and, you know, let faith take control, and maybe Captain Marvel will catch you. You know what I'm saying? But beautiful book. And Evan Jalone, thank you for not purchasing this book. Beautiful book. Wiz Comics, #3. That's what I'm talking about right there. Love this cover. And it kind of like, it doesn't really inspire me to collect all of them, the whole run, because that's just too much damn money. But just to have another good key of the Wiz comics in the collection is freaking awesome. So very good book. This is going to sit real nice in my box with my Wiz #2. And I think that's either a 7.0 or 7.5 restored version as well. It's a beautiful book, but that's really cool. So that's that book right there. And now I'm going to show you some other packages. So I got another package here. They don't come up, Evan says they don't come up very often. And it was a great low price. Man, I really dig some of the restored ones. And, you know, me and Evan, we were on Chaz's show on the Kyushu Comics. And, man, they had a Police Comics #1. I think it was an 8.0 restored. But they were wanting too much money, man. If they would have put it at a restored price, I could have got me some of this guy. I could have got me this guy, Human Bomb, and the Phantom Lady's first appearance. But it was just too high. Messed up. Anyway, next package we're going to open up is right here. Don't want to show the address, but I turn it over. But if you do see the address, send me some stuff. I'll do an unboxing. All right. I'm looking for a Commandy #1 right now. Eddie, it is, you know, it may cost a little bit more to buy like a near mint, but I mean, you get a very fine, you know, I mean, it's just as good, you know. Just as long as you have that paper copy, that hard copy that you can smell and you can taste the inks like you never tasted them before. You want to taste those inks with your nose, man. Not your mouth, of course. You don't want to ruin your book, but very good stuff. Get the whole run. Like Seeking Near Mint says, you'll be glad you did. It's a great run to have. All right, this package pretty good. I don't know which one is in here or what this is, but it is packaged well. I was talking apes earlier. And if it's what I think it is, I still have not read this book. I just didn't have time. I was going to read this on the Blast It or Stash It live show Friday night. Special shout out to one, the only, often imitated but never duplicated, Don the Icon. Comic Book Junkie is here tonight, blessing us with our presence, or his presence. I got some good shit if you want to see it, though. You're going to have to watch this on a rewind, Don. I may show the old cap again. We're moving right along. All right, I remember when I ordered this. And I've been waiting for this. Packaged very well. This is another off the list. So this is my second one off the list, which is always good. All right, let me show you this one. I thought this was going to be a different book. I thought this was going to be one of those apes. Oh, man, he taped this very good. I have to be really careful. Woo, almost dropped it. Yeah, I got to hate that, right? All right. Wow, it's even packaged in some Mylar. A little bit on the thin side. Acid-free backboard, I believe. Beautiful book. Got a little spine roll, but this is I don't really care about grades on these. These are ones I just want in the collection. And this is the second appearance of the Freedom Fighters team in Justice League of America, issue 108. Have not read this story yet because I don't know if I have 107 yet or not. I'm sure it's around here. We'll read 107, then I'm going to read 108, and then I'm going to read the Freedom Fighters run, which I've got in one of these boxes behind me. So this is the Freedom Fighters. Good stuff. Now, I want to appreciate everyone that is still watching the show right now on the Great Legend Show. Doing really good here on time, and I may show just a couple more unboxings and save the rest maybe for next week. But look at that. I just can't wait to really get into this series. Earth X, I believe, is the Earth that the Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters come from. Storyline goes like this. World War II, what if the Nazis won the war? How would the world be? You know, they got a cool show on Amazon.com. It was written by a guy, I can't remember the name of him, but he's passed on by now. But he wrote a story called Man in the High Castle. It's on Amazon Prime. If you get a chance, watch it. I'm only one episode in. I need to rewatch it because, you know, I always fall asleep while I'm watching these shows. And I'm still cranking away Hippie at Dark Shadows. Still watching it. Eve is completely dead. Adam, I believe, he got shot in the back. I think he's on his way out, man. I think he's on his way. And the werewolf's little sister is contacting the guy from Falcon Crest. Classic character. And I don't want to wait too long. Damn it, I can't remember his name. Quentin Collins, the dude from Falcon Crest. Or was it Dallas? I can't remember. Anyway, Justice League of America. Right there. 108. Second appearance of the Freedom Fighters as a team. It's very excited to read this. This is a high grade. I think this was a 9.2 maybe. I mean, could be a 9. It might be 8.5 because of spine roll. But, I mean, you get this thing pressed and all the dings and dents out, you can get a 9.4 easy. But I don't plan on doing that. Probably not. I mean, if I do, I'm not getting it graded. I'm just going to have them bring it back. And I know a presser in the area who's out of the country right now. I may have him work on it for me when he gets back. Splash Page Comics. Mr. White Gloves, big shout out to him. I don't know if you wanted me to let people know about your pressing services, but you're depressing me if you don't let anyone know. Also, Midwest Comic Man is starting a pressing business as well once he gets some more funding. Big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, born in 1807, started collecting in 1809. That's G. Paul Ace Peter. Gene Paul Ace Peter is here. And G-Pap, you may notice tonight, man, we have some of the originals. We got our guy Gretzky, we got Tom, we got Shannon, we got Doc and Hal, we got Reader 1717. We got a lot of the classics in here, man. Holy hell. All we need is some Howler-Mouse up in here. Damn, all right, so that's that book right there. Oh, I need to put this one in the box, actually. Put him right behind some. Put him behind some Green Lantern, but in front of some new Superman. All right. This one might be the one I'm talking about right here. This one might be it. This may be the book. And I think I'm going to end it with this book. I don't want to go too long, and I don't want to wear out my welcome. There may be other live shows that are out and about, and I don't want to take any away from any other live shows. But I'm going to end with this, and then maybe next week, you know, because the Great Legend Show, I have no time frame no more. I used to do some Friday night stuff, pre-comic book roundtable back in the day, back in the old school, pre-comic talk podcast. Dawkins remembers it all too well. We were doing this stuff with Tom, and we were doing it from Skype. Remember that, Tom? Me and you and Dawkins, the old school Captain Cummings, Howler-Mouse, Oddfellow's Thoughts. Man, when times were simple, Costin Bronsaw, and when everybody got along. But damn, you know how just shit blows up so big, people drift apart. That's all right, man. We still got the memories. Damn, I put my knife away and I'm not done yet unboxing. GPAP remembers those days all too well. Man, we had some good times back then. All right. And this one's going to be a special one. And hopefully this is the one we're going to be showing Shannon. And big shout out, Maverick Freelance. I forgot about you a little earlier. I saw you in the chat. And man, the chat was going so fast I didn't get to give you a shout out. But I'm talking about that Maverick Freelance Hot Sauce Challenge. If you got a copy of Naomi #3, the Swimsuit Edition 2016 by Rebel Comics and Gaming LP Larry Higgins and Steve Boyu, check out my video last night, Maverick, because that's one hot sauce package you got to take. Okay? I like that. Gemini Comics, collectibles, little folder thing here. These are also good to pack, you know, single issues in. But Maverick Freelance is here. Check that guy out. He's got some good videos. All right, let's get this tape off. This book should be near mint. And, you know, me and Hippie, everyone's had shitty packages before. I know Don's had some shitty packages, but sometimes we get those bent comics. I may even have a freebie in here. Holy shit. I guess I ordered 2 of these. And I know I've got no ticks, no nothing, man. I'm thinking about getting these graded. And there's going to be 2 more of these books coming as well. And it was one of those deals where I checked my comicshop.com to see where the variants were. They didn't have them listed yet. And they weren't listed until like Wednesday afternoon. So I was like, so I went and bought these Tuesday night from somewhere else. And then I bought 2 more from mycomicshop.com. So these are beautiful books. I'll probably get them all sent in to be graded and then sell a couple on the live auction. Green Lantern presents the Planet of the Apes. This is the Green Lantern Planet of the Apes storyline. It's going to go 6 issues from DC and Boom Entertainment. Man, I love this cover, and the reason why I could put these 2 bad boys right here. Well, first, we're taking them out of these shitty bags, and Don knows where they're going to go. They're going to go in Mylar, because I love that Mylar, and I know when Hippie's got his Mylars, that crackle. You not only, if you put a Kirby book in a Mylar, you get Kirby crackle plus Mylar crackle. You got instant orgasmic sensations of the 5th fucking dimension. Age of Aquarius like no other. Word to your mother. Look at these. Planet of the Apes. These are the Showcase 22, 1 in 25 variants. Cornelius saving the jet, where we all remember, it wasn't Cornelius. It was Hal Jordan saving the jet. And we don't remember the Statue of Liberty looking like that, unless I believe, Shannon, it was 1968, and Charlton Heston was starring with Roddy McDowell and old Vera Cicera, whatever her name was, in the Planet of the Apes movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. I remember when I watched those growing up. I rewatched those in my when I was 19. The library I was working at, we still had VHS. I rented Planet of the Apes. I rented Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I rented Escape from the Planet of the Apes. I rented Conquest, and I rented Battle. The main 5. I can't remember the 4th and 5th. I get mixed up. Conquest was last, or Battle. I can't remember, but so many great movies there. Number 2 could have been a little teeny bit better if it would have had Roddy McDowell playing Cornelius, but the part wasn't that big in that issue or in that one, so that was okay. But definitely got me turned on to the Planet of the Apes. Tim Burton butchered the Apes with Mark Wahlberg. Fucking butchered it. Horrible film. But the new films that came out, the first one with James Franco, where you get to see how Caesar became Caesar. Excellent film. And the one with Gary Oldman, the second one, I think it was called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or something like that. Great film. I picked up, and I haven't watched these yet, I picked up the TV series on DVD and the animated series on DVD as well. So just 2 great collections to have. I'm glad to have all of those, minus the sucky Tim Burton one. If you're a Planet of the Apes fan, I highly recommend you go see Solid State 4 Bend. or Solid Street. I like calling it Solid State, Solid Street. I'll just call him Shannon. Hippie got me turned on to Shannon years ago. And a lot of times I feel bad because I can't watch everyone's videos because there's just so many I'm subscribed to now. I try to subscribe to anyone that is subscribed to me that has content on their channel. And I've got a lot of subscribers, so there's a lot of people I'm subscribed to. Again, this is awesome right here. I'm going to go ahead and show it off again for folks that didn't see the big Golden Age book of the night. Restored, coming in at a 6.5. Wiz Comics #3. Second appearance of my man, Billy Batson, Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel. Not no Kree. Count Von Strange. This ain't no Kree. This ain't no Carol Danvers. This ain't no Captain Marvel. This ain't no Stans, Captain. This is Otto. Why did I say Otto Binder? What is that name? C.C. Beck and Bill Parker. Otto Binder. What am I thinking? Otto Binder. He was on the last issue of this. I believe it to be so. But Bill Parker on the story on this one. C.C. Beck cover and art. It had to be Otto Binder. See, man, sometimes when you collect, man, I kind of see some waviness in this book. Not really that bad, but does this have the inner well? I don't know if this has the inner well. This book may not have the inner well. That's all right. I'll get these people to re-slab this right away because I don't see an inner well in this book, and I've got to have some inner well to protect my books because this was when they didn't have the inner well, and Marky316 knows what's this about. You ain't got the inner well, staples can pop out, books can become wavy. You know what? Does it have the inner well or not? I cannot tell. May just have the classic Mylar sheets protecting it. And I know the case is airtight, but man, it's great to have the inner well to also seal the book in place. Because if the case ever cracks and you don't know about it, say I drop this comic, case cracks, I pull it out of the bag, leave it in the room, moisture gets in, this book is practically fucked. So I need to get the inner well on this. So anyway, I didn't even know about this when I got it. Can't complain because this book is rare, can't hardly find it. So very beautiful book here. So I'm going to get this recase along with some other books I'm going to send in to get recased. So hopefully it won't take long. But again, Wiz #3, second appearance of Captain Marvel. Fans, I want to go over some of the folks that have joined us again in this chat. And I hope I did not forget any of you. But I'm going to go all the way to the top. It doesn't show the top because everyone's just been chatting a lot here. But I've given all y'all shout outs. You know who you are. Big special shout outs to everyone. I love all y'all for sorting the Great Legend, or for supporting the Great Legend show. If you're not a subscriber and you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and click down below. Click the subscribe button. Throw some thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like the video. And I'll try to maybe spice it up next time. But anyway, I get what I can get, and it's all I can get. It's like my main man Popeye right here. The legend is coming at you live. Thanks again, Trinity. My awesome Popeye sketch right there. And if you want to see another cool sketch, check out last night, the unboxing of the Naobi #3, which is Naobi Swimsuit Edition, 2016 Kickstarter. Very cool. Had a sweet sketch by Steve Boyu, aka Steve Ballou, of Naobi cosplaying as Sue Richards, man. And it looked like Naobi would fit right in, just joining the Fantastic Four. Just freaking all around epic. GPAT wants me to throw it down. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. That's what makes up the powers of Shazam. You got the strength of Hercules. Now what Solomon, the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules. The Atlas was cool. Zeus with electricity. Achilles, because you got to have an Achilles. I mean, I remember when Dominique tore his Achilles, Dominique Wilkins. Man, he wasn't very good after that, man. They shipped his ass around. I think they traded him to the Clippers, and he went to Boston. Then he went to the Spurs. Then I think he spent time in Orlando Magic. I mean, he was everywhere. But he wasn't the same Dominique because he didn't have the Achilles and Mercury for speed. Bring back the FF hippie. Man, Mr. Gretzky, I got to get my Fantastic Four books recased. Hit that thumbs up button. Check mark it up. If you're not sub, I'm sure everyone's sub me up. GPAP wants y'all to know. But yeah, man, I got to get 4 books reslabbed. One's a scratched case. One's a dropped case. One, the inner well's not centered inside the case. And these are all CGC issues, mind you. Don't have any fucking problems with CBCS, man. Great cases. They take their time. I think CGC is just like fast assembly line. They're just shoving out shit. But I got to get that shit done. Faster the better, because I want that Wiz, number 3 to be, nice and protected. So got to get that done, and I got to send some off to CBCS, because I'll buy CGC, I'll buy PGX, but when I'm sending my own stuff off, I'm going pretty much now to CBCS. And I know CGC probably has higher resale value, but I'm going to go with CBCS anyway, just because I think they are better at grading. I know that may piss some people off. I mean, like, it's not all about money sometimes. If I'm selling some stuff, I want it to have, like, some grades. I want them to grade hard, I want to have a 9.8 Commandy that could be a 10 PGX or a 9.9 CGC. Man, that's what I'm talking about. I know some people may beg to differ. That's okay. That's just the Legends' opinions anyway. Man, I could rhyme my ass out of a fucking jail cell. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I said damn. Got a CBCS comic book coming back soon, hopefully, Dawkins says. Which one of your channels, Evan? See, Evan's already talking. He's got some good stuff going on. Yeah, man, it was a good haul tonight. Like I said, I've been out of the commission for a while. I've been sick for a while and just lazy and tired and playing Xbox One. Slowly but surely, I got to get back into unboxing some of these packages. So, again, I just want to thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. It's been great. It's been my pleasure hanging out with y'all. This is the Great Legend, people, saying peace out. God bless.